Hello everyone. In this video today, we're going to be taking a look at an article from The Hill. It was published on August 16th. Mueller should indict Trump for obstruction before the midterms. Now, this is the article in my last video where I was showing the Trump derangement syndrome situation with The Hill that I said I was going to cover. So here we are now doing so. So this was written by Brent Badowski, opinion contributor. And I love this. With their Trump derangement syndrome going on, they think that this is going to fly and them go, oh, we're not like advocating for any of this. The views expressed by contributors are their own and not the view of The Hill. Well, considering all your articles that are anti-Trump and show never Trump derangement syndrome, I think they are your views over at The Hill. So let's get into the article here. With the Russian attack against the American midterm elections continuing aggressively and President Trump's attack against the investigations of the Russian crime becoming frenzied and extreme, all Americans should focus intensely at this dangerous moment. Well, this is what's funny is there's absolutely no proof of any Russian attack for, like, the point of, like, say, being conclusive. You have the DNC who wouldn't turn over the email server claiming Russia, when everything points to Seth Rich. You have a lot of advertising, on that note of a lot, 100,000, which really isn't. That was my, sarcastic tone to that. Really didn't sound it, but I was trying to be. And most of the ads were shown after the election. So to try to act like that's the case is freaking hilarious. I mean, Badowski, he's a ridiculous moron. He really is. Brent, I was thinking Bud Badowski for whatever reason. I had to check his first name. I knew it began with a B. So Brent is just a moron. Special Counsel Robert Mueller, under the authority of the regulations that govern special counsels, should indict President Trump for obstruction of justice. This indictment should occur before September 15th, ahead of the midterm elections. Well, of course you want it ahead of the midterm elections, so that it will affect them to the point of where you can hopefully get Democrats in and screw anything that he wants to do. Not only that, you have a situation where he's trying to claim obstruction, but there's absolutely no proof of obstruction. But yet he fabricates proof, and it's actually funny what he uses to make the claim later on in this opinion hack job delusional piece here. It's funny. It really is. And the thing is he does not have the power to indict the president. See, the president, before they can be criminally charged, and he'll try to say, oh, well, this isn't in the Constitution. It's kind of made clear. They have to be impeached and removed from office before any of those things can be done. But yet he's trying to act like, oh, no, you can just indict him in office. No. It is true that the Justice Department policy is that a president cannot be indicted for a criminal offense. No, that's actually kind of laid out in the founding doctrine of this country. You have to impeach him and then you can indict him. But see, you're trying to circumvent that whole thing of impeachment because you know he can't be impeached. It is equally true that under rules governing special counsels, Mueller could assert that in the Trump case, there are extraordinary circumstances and an indictment is warranted. What extraordinary circumstances? He has not obstructed justice. You have not found anything in regards to Russia. And now you're looking completely delusional, Badowski, like the rest of you people who are going Russia. Jesus. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, this is truly the work of a delusional man. If Mueller takes this course, there are two possible outcomes. The Attorney General could agree and approve the indictment, or the Attorney General could disagree and decline, in which case there would be no indictment and his decision would be reported to both parties in Congress. Yeah, and you know what's funny? Is it would be reported to both parties, and the Republicans would go, you're fucking delusional. Rand Paul would be probably, if you tried to, like, use that as a way to go after impeachment, he'd filibuster it. A lot of Republicans would laugh at you. There's no way you could even do that either. I mean, this is ridiculous. The Constitution does not state whether the president can be indicted. No, it actually kind of does. It doesn't directly say it, but it says that the president has to be impeached. Doesn't say anything about indictment. It says impeached because of the office they hold. And then at that point, once they're removed from the office, you can indict them. That's been the generally accepted interpretation. But now you want to change things. The Supreme Court, which has never ruled on the matter, will ultimately decide. Yeah, and it's slanted in his favor. What the hell don't you get about things right now? The view is that a president can be indicted is held by prominent legal authorities, including Neil Cattell, the acting solicitor during the Obama administration, who drafted the rules governing special counsels for the Justice Department in 1999. You notice it's an Obama prominent legal authority. Yeah, okay. Obama was a lawyer and he had no clue of the law. Are you honestly going to trust Obama's lawyer? No, I'm not. So, what's funny is prominent. This is what gets me. They're quoting the New York Times. They're quoting fake fucking news, New York Times, on this one. See, the thing is prior to him and the Trump election, because now all these legal experts or supposed legal experts have crawled out of the woodwork, and they're all going, "Oh yeah, you can do this. You can indict him." No, that's all right. What they're doing is instead of reading what's physically there for the words, they're interpreting them beyond the context of what they say. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, blow it out your ass. They're not a lot of prominent legal authorities. Because every legal authority up until this point has said that he cannot be indicted. He has to be impeached, removed from office, and then can be indicted. So blow it out your ass. I mean, this is just such ridiculous shit. I limit my suggestion of an indictment to obstruction and no other alleged crimes. First, evidence obstruction from public evidence is powerful. Second, obstruction is an attempt to thwart all honest and thorough investigations of all potential crimes by Congress and investigative agencies of federal and state government. Now, this is what's funny is he makes this sound so serious, and then we look down at what his actual evidence is, and it's pathetic. It really is. But yet, watch what he says here next. It is powerful evidence of obstruction that the President Trump has repeatedly sought to threaten, insult, bully, and intimidate and pressure Attorney General Jeff Sessions regarding the Mueller investigation. What the fuck are you talking about? He has not done any of those things. He said, let the investigation happen. He has not stopped the investigation. He has not been involved in the investigation. He has steered clear of it so that you couldn't try to claim these things. And even though he hasn't been doing any of the things you're claiming, you're still going to try to claim it. This unprecedented spectacle of a president attacking his own attorney general over a pending investigation began long ago and has continued relentlessly ever since. You are completely full of shit because he's avoided the investigation. He said he would let the investigation go on. He said he would not meddle in the investigation. He said he would not say anything about the investigation. He's on the note of towards Sessions, and he's done all those things. You are pathetic. It is probative evidence of obstruction that the president's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, speaking on behalf of the president, aggressively threatened Mueller, saying, "We will unload on him like a ton of bricks." Giuliani appears to be threatening that Trump would fire Mueller unless Mueller capitulates to his will. What the hell? Holy shit. Nowhere in that statement, which I love how you're literally taking something out of context. I say this in all my videos. When you literally see part of a quote as opposed to the full quote, what you have is a situation where you have a dishonest shit who's trying to misrepresent what was actually said. So basically, we will unload on him like a ton of bricks is more to the extent of, yeah, fuck with us, and watch what happens when we beat you using the actual legal system. We will pile a ton of legal shit on you, and you will regret it. And that's not like a threat. That's like on the note of, say, physical harm or anything like that. That's like, you want to fuck with us legally? We'll fuck with you legally. Mueller started the shit, okay, on the freaking Steele piss dossier bullshit, which they keep trying to go, oh, that's not how the investigation started. Bullshit. That's how the warrants for this investigation were gotten. That means the investigation was started on the goddamn piss dossier. Yet, here they are, trying to make it sound like, well, you're fucking with us, we're going to fuck with you back, but we'll make sure you regret it. Saying, hey, we'll defend ourselves is a threat now. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is how desperate he is. Takes something out of context to try to prove a point, and it doesn't even prove his point. It is powerful evidence of obstruction that Trump, for 2 full years, has fired or launched relentless attacks against leaders of every investigation into this scandal. What the fuck are you talking about? Trump told Preet Bharara, then the nationally respected U.S. attorney from the Southern District of New York, that he should remain in his post. Then Trump fired him abruptly. Yeah, that had not. Oh, wow. And that's within his purview. It's not obstruction, and it had nothing to do with the investigation. Trump fired Sally Yates, then acting attorney general, shortly after she warned the White House that then National Security Advisor Michael Flynn could be blackmailed by Russians. Oh, that's not why she was fired, though, but yet you want to try to make it sound like... I mean, this is ridiculous. Dude, was that why she was actually fired? No. And Michael Flynn was fired, besides the point. Now we got to get into the Comey bullshit. Trump fired then FBI Director James Comey, who he had praised after Comey intervened very late in the 2016 election in ways that helped Trump defeat Hillary Clinton after credible suggestions that Trump had pressured Comey to go easy on Flynn. Oh, bullshit. This is coming from discredited Comey that this was the case after the fact when he said differently prior to that. Not only that, you have a situation here where Comey did not intervene in ways that helped Trump. He tried to cover up the whole email situation and then had to come out because they were fucked. You could not get away with covering up the whole email bullshit with BleachBit and everything else and have it fly. So that wasn't about Trump. But yet you got to make it about Trump. This was about, we're fucked. We got caught in a cover-up. It is powerful evidence of obstruction that Trump and his more extreme GOP allies in the House of Representatives have waged relentless attacks against Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein regarding the investigation of proven Russian attacks against America. Oh, wait a minute. What proof? What proof? There is no proof. There is absolutely no goddamn fucking proof, you sleazy son of a bitch. What? The Steele dossier? Is that your proof? Facebook ads that ran after the election? Is that your proof? The DNC making claims and not turning over any actual evidence? Is that your proof? Because there's no proven Russian attacks against America on this note. They're suspected, which that's not even really that credible. But there's no proven Russian attacks. It's Democrats talking out of their ass, and never Trumpers, and neocons. Jesus Christ. This is ridiculous. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is his proof of obstruction. Rod Rosenstein is crooked as fuck. That's why he's being called out. He is a deep state freaking shill operative, and you're trying to play it like he's a good guy. It is probative evidence of obstruction that Trump has launched aggressive, sustained, and unprecedented attacks against the Justice Department and FBI in an attempt to impede their investigation and discredit their leaders. What the hell are you talking about? There is absolutely no proof of that. I love how this asshole makes statements without any actual proof to back them up. In the articles of impeachment passed by the House Judiciary Committee against Richard Nixon, the obstruction section included both Nixon's attacks against the institutions investigating the crime and deliberate false representations to the public designed to mislead the nation and investigators. Okay, yeah, and you really want to bring up Nixon? Because what Obama did makes Nixon look like he took and had a freaking day at the park. Honest to God's truth on that note, let's talk about that. Article 1, Section 8 of the Articles of Impeachment specifically include making or causing to be made false or misleading public statements for the purpose of deceiving the people of the United States. Okay, well then, Obama should have been sure as shit impeached. George W. should have been impeached, and Trump has been pretty fucking accurate. So why don't you shut the fuck up? Because, let's see, Trump talking about tariffs, been factually correct. The Washington Post has been proven wrong. Oh, that reminds me. Shit. I got to add that to the description of the video there that I talked about earlier. Shit. Steven Crowder debunk of the Washington Post. Because they said, oh yeah, he made all these statements. And they're lies. And one of them, and this one I love, they actually tried to say Trump lied about Elizabeth Warren's heritage because she had more than her saying that her high cheekbone. She had family stories. Honest to God, they said, well, she's got family stories, so therefore it's a lie. Talk about, I mean, this is ridiculous. Wow. It is powerful evidence of obstruction that Trump dictated a false representation to describe the infamous meeting at Trump Tower. No, he didn't. Where's your proof? Derides the entire investigation as a hoax and a witch hunt, because it is. I love how him just stating that it's a hoax and a witch hunt, his view of it, is now something for you to go after him for obstruction. You are fucking delusional, dude. Labels the free press that reports about the investigation enemy of the people. Whoa, ho, ho! Excuse me, free press? You mean the corporate legacy media that thinks that they're part of the government and calls themselves the fourth estate and is truly not a free press? You mean the same free press that does not like the fact of an actual free press and goes after independent personalities online that report on news, provide opinion, so on and so forth? You know, try to shut down people like me? You mean that supposed free press? You know, the fake news spouting CNN, MSNBC, so on and so forth? That's supposed free press? And what gets me is I love how they keep taking the quote out of context, and they only use the enemy of the people. If you look at it, he's talking about the fake news outlets like CNN, MSNBC, CNBC, you know, ABC, CBS. He's talking about the legacy media, not the whole free press, because plenty of people have reported about the investigation from the independent media, and he has not attacked any one of them. This is what I mean about his like actual proof of obstruction. Calling out the press and saying, because they're lying, they are your enemy, is obstruction. Launches personal attacks against Mueller and political attacks against the investigation itself to discredit them, and repeatedly makes false statements and accusations about major matters under investigation. No, where's your fucking... I love this. Because just because you say something is true does not make it true. Okay? So basically telling Mueller, through, you know, Giuliani telling Mueller that fuck with us and you're going to regret it because we're going to destroy you on the note of through the legal system is attacking Mueller when Mueller's going after him. Fuck you. The political attacks against the investigation itself to discredit it? What? You're talking about Republicans that see with their own two eyes and are calling the shit what it is? A witch hunt? Because, oh, they're all working together. Repeatedly makes false statements and accusations, huh? Bullshit. Where's your proof? Where is your fucking proof? Where is your proof on that one? Oh, was it the New York Times? Well, do I have to add that to this one too? In the debunk of the New York Times from Steven Crowder? Well, it isn't him directly. It's someone who's actually, it's someone else, and they're very credible. But yeah, I mean, this is ridiculous. It is highly probative evidence of obstruction that Trump acts in a way that would induce suspects, witnesses, and defendants to believe they could or would be pardoned for potential crimes. What? What are you going to use, Dinesh D'Souza, as fucking proof of that? He's pardoned people that the Democrats have, like, fucking screwed over for the most part? Fuck you. Wow, you are a delusional fuckwit, Badowski. It has been clearly reported that Trump's former lawyer, John Dowd, discussed the possibility of pardons with lawyers for Flynn and former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort, which would be grossly unacceptable at best. It wouldn't be illegal. He can pardon whoever the fuck he wants. Okay? And Flynn? He should get a pardon. Flynn did nothing wrong except have a lapse of memory, went to go correct it, and he got charged for his fucking troubles. Paul Manafort, most he's going to get is obstruction. Because you guys, if you look at the case, the jury went, can you redefine reasonable doubt, Judge? Because we can't find it and we really want to nail the fucker. Trump and Giuliani have pressured Mueller to conclude his investigation soon and threatened retaliatory action against him if he does not. No, they threatened legal action. Okay? Within his purview as the president and as a private citizen. Not only that, the investigation has been going on for well over a fucking year and change now. Nothing's been found. You're trying to do the 65 million degrees of separation from Donald Trump and between Donald Trump and Putin. It's not gonna fucking work at this point. I mean, this is why I wanted to do this article. Just the ridiculous shit this moron is spouting. He makes fucking meathead. Oh, God, what the hell is his name? I just know him as fucking meathead. Director there, Rob Reiner. He makes Rob Reiner look like an articulate and intelligent fucking person. And Rob Reiner is like JoJo the Idiot Circus Boy these days. I mean, hell, Carol O'Connor would be like, Jesus Christ, you delusional fuck. And if he was alive today, he would say that and literally become like Archie Bunker because of meathead. I mean, this guy makes meathead look articulate and intelligent. Regarding potential obstruction charges, this one subject should indeed be brought to a head before the midterm elections. This would protect all other matters still under investigation for future potential obstructions of justice. Yeah, well, translation. We're going to hedge our bets because the thing is, odds are Democrats aren't going to win in the midterm elections, and that means there's no way in hell we could impeach him, so we'll just indict him. Fuck the interpretation, the classic interpretation that everyone has had about the whole situation with the sitting president and indictments. Fuck that he has to be impeached. We're just going to indict the motherfucker. I mean, this is how, I'm sorry about my language, but I read shit like this and I can feel my blood pressure, not literally, but yeah, start to rise. Figuratively, I can. I mean, because it's like, well, this would protect all other matters because there's going to be a call from the people and everyone else to shut this shit down, and we don't want that because we're going to nail them one way or another. This is ridiculous, dude. mean, you're a Democrat shitbag. No wonder. I mean, I knew you were a Democrat, but I didn't realize you were an aide to Lloyd Benston and Rep. Bill Alexander. And I forgot you were the majority whip of the House of Representatives. I forgot. You're a washed-up politician regardless. It would give midterm voters ample time to render their electoral judgment after a comprehensive presentation of the case for obstruction is provided to the nation. What? That makes absolutely no sense. That makes about as much sense as taking an extension cord and plugging it into a plug outside of a bathroom, plugging a toaster in that, and then climbing into the bathtub to spike your hair. It really does. Because what he's trying to say there is it would give midterm voters ample time to render their electoral judgment. Is we can use this to change the vote. We will get people to render their electoral judgment in our favor. See, I'm at a point with this whole Russia thing where it's gone from entertaining to cringe. It really has. I'm at the point where I look at this shit and it's just cringy as all hell. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that looks at all the stuff that they're doing and goes, this is fucking cringy. I know I can't be. Yet, they keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And the thing that gets me is, they think the harder they push it, the more people they're going to sway with it. It's like the idea of religion. The more you push religion, the less apt people are to be religious. You look at the pushing of, say, it's like out of spite. I'm trying to think of the best analogy. It'd be like the idea of, okay, your parents tell you not to do something. You're going to do it. Your parents tell you to do something. You're not going to do it. It's kind of that type of idea. But yeah, anyway, I think I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.